Coming up, I saw on Discovery Channel, coming out in a few months, is a brand new male version of the birth control pill. Men are going to be able to start taking the pill.
Scientists are very close to developing a male birth control pill.
My question is, what woman in her right mind is going to trust that the guy took the pill? Right?
But the question is, would you trust the man to be the one responsible for the pill?
We can't even put a seat down without being right.
Whoopi, you can't even trust a man to put the toilet seat down. You're going to trust him to take a little pill?
And as much as we'll lie for sex, it'll be easy for us to go, no, baby, I'm having the condoms. I'm taking a pill.
28. Here's why else it wouldn't work is because, does this sound trustworthy to anybody? I don't have a condom, baby, but don't worry, I took my pill.
People have to understand if they're not a comedian, and I think people can even if they're not comedians. But your brain is fucked up now. You're fucked up now because you can't clearly tell that joke and be confident about it anymore. It's over.
Anytime I see a woman who might have watched The View, I don't know if they saw my joke on that show. I'm serious about that. Joy would know this. Whoopi would know this. I don't know how much stand-up Sherri has actually done to really know that, okay? But I know Whoopi knows. That's what one of my comedian friends been doing comedy over 20 years. He said, Whoopi knows better. Whoopi knows better. Whoopi knew when she was saying the lines that, oh, somebody wrote this, they really got down. She knew that. And that's why.
No, but if some writer, people have said her good lines. I'm sure there are writers on the show.
Yeah.
But she's like, here's another good line.
I'm not saying
That's
that she
all.
knew
It's
it was
not-
fake. I'm saying she knew it was a good line. Otherwise, she wouldn't have done it. A good line.
And she says the only part, Whoopi says the only part that could have been said by anybody, almost like currently in the news, there's a birth control for men, because it is in the news. So she says the part that anyone could say. It's the other people that it's fishy. It's like they're, because anybody can mention today in the news. It's like talking about Katrina. You can talk about Katrina when Katrina was in the news. Everyone's going to talk about it. But I think what's really creepy is the second show when she says, "No, baby, I don't have any condoms. I'm on the pill." I'm like, holy shit. That's really exact.
Not only exact, it is rhythmically exact.
Yeah. The use of the word baby is what really did it for me. The use of that euphemism or that term is what really did it for me, because they could have used any other term, but they like line for line.
And you should definitely go. You should definitely go strong with whatever you have to do to make people aware of this. And it will get to the View if it's big enough and you have enough hits.
You're right. This is a comedian being raped by a daily talk show, and there are probably many other comedians. And you're right. So
because this is not an ego. It's not an ego or pride thing. This is a living thing. This is my living, motherfucker. You're like stealing from me.
It's one of your main jokes.
Yep.
It's like someone stole your car, Travis, because you travel with that bit. It's like someone stealing your car, and now they're going to say, "Well, just get a new car. Just get a new car." And you're like, "Motherfucker, I can't afford a new car."
So then, what should I call the page, people? I mean, a TV show stole my joke, or right now I just made a page called it ABC's The View. And CBS's The Talk stole my joke on the same day. Both stole my joke on the same day. I guess it needs to be in it.
That's perfect. Says it all right there.
And the whole point of all of this is I didn't make up the birth control pill for men on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay? I worked hard for 5 years before I even put that up on the web to tighten it up, to get rid of all of the extra words, to add extra laughs to that joke, and for somebody to think they can just say, "That's mine now." Man, that is the rudest shit ever. You know, that example that I played on here, was from, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years in of me telling that joke.
Yeah.
That's 6, 7 years of practice on stage, of going to open mics, figuring it out, of taking and then having the confidence to know, you know what, I can open with this joke. This joke works every time because I get impressions that don't work as well as the birth control pill for men, and the impressions are as perfect as I can make them. Okay, the birth control pill for men works better than when I do Louis Armstrong impression. The birth control pill for men jokes works better than me doing Darth Vader as a pimp. Okay, seriously.
Yeah, works better on The View too.
It did. Didn't it? It really did. One more time.
Coming out, I saw on Discovery Channel, coming out in a few months, is a brand new male version of the birth control pill. Men are going to be able to start taking the pill.
Scientists are very close to developing a male birth control pill.
My question is, what woman in her right mind is going to trust that the guy took the pill? Right?
But the question is, would you trust the man to be the one responsible for the
We can't even put a seat down without being right, too.
Whoopi, you can't even trust a man to put the toilet seat down. You're going to trust him to take a little pill?
And as much as we'll lie for sex, it'll be easy for us to go, no, baby, I'm having the condoms. I'm taking a pill.
28. Here's why else it wouldn't work is because, does this sound trustworthy to anybody? I don't have a condom, baby, but don't worry, I took my pill.
Okay.
Damn, it's ruthless.
Such a blatant.
It's ruthless.
I know,
even Whoopi. Even Whoopi is stealing from you.
I know. Hey, and the truth of the matter, here, just to give you an example of what I was talking about right before I played it, when we were talking about, like, taking out all the words, what I figured out over years of telling that joke is that if people are listening to me and they're tracking with what I'm saying, I didn't need to say toilet seat. And that's why I used to say toilet seat, but I recognize that every word that you take out makes the joke pop a little bit more. And that's why I just go, you can't trust a man to put the seat down, because I didn't need to say toilet seat, because it's a different rhythm. You can't trust a man to put the toilet seat down. It's a little bit, you see what I'm saying? It's a little bit slower rhythm, and they don't laugh. They're expecting a little bit more.
Yeah.
I had an extra word there.
Dude, I'm so into empathy. Like, I didn't even have my joke stolen, but I'm about as pissed off, I think, as you are. I'm just like, really? How could they do that? When you listen to it side by side, it's like, okay, I'm just hearing some ladies do this guy's joke.
Exact.
Like, that's what I hear, like, because I'm not watching the video. I'm just hearing it over the headset. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I hear Travis tell the joke, and then I hear some ladies redo it in a group with an audience.
Yes.
With the exact same words.
Travis.
Yeah.
Travis, was this on yesterday?
This is on Tuesdays. If you go to the July 26th episode of The View, you go to the 13-minute and 30-second mark of the show. That's where it is. Then you go
this motherfucker's going to have me nightmares. 13:30. 13:30.
And then you go to CBS's The Talk, and it's their July 26th episode, and it happens in their show at the 2-minute and 20-second mark.
I just posted on my Facebook. I was like, The View stole one of my friend's jokes. It needs to be fixed. Video coming soon.
I'm just a comedian who's been working hard to try and do jokes that were really good. Okay? I really work hard on my jokes. Me and my comedy brothers, Tana Manu, Tony Daniel, Ty Barnett, Mr. Mookie, Harold Gomez, Susan Jones, work hard. My girlfriend, Sarah Skilling, comedian. We work hard to write jokes and to work on our jokes. The Seattle comedy community is one of the greatest comedy communities in the country. And we work hard to work on our material, our content, the words that come out of our mouths. We may not be the best physical comedy area, and we all need to get better at that. Okay, and even maybe facial expressions could be a lot better. But the Seattle community is a word-rich comedy community. And for some...
Well, apparently you're good enough to write for a #1 daytime show.
My joke. Did you hear the motherfucking laughs my joke got on The View? Did you hear that shit? Did you hear the line that Sherri says? Because so you know, understand what I'm saying is, what tells on them is how fast Sherri jumped in there. She was chomping at the bit to jump in there. Okay, she was licking her chops to jump in there with the next line, so she stayed into the rhythm of a joke. There are many people who think jokes are like songs. Okay, and there's a certain rhythm that is pleasing to the humans.
Scientists are very close to developing a male birth control pill. Stops sperm in its tracks. But the question is, would you trust the man to be the one responsible?
No, Whoopi, you can't even trust a man to put the toilet seat down. You're going to trust him to take a little piss 28.
Here's why else it wouldn't work is because, does this sound trustworthy to anybody? I don't have a condom, baby, but don't worry, I took my pill.
Coming out, I saw on Discovery Channel, coming out in a few months, is a brand new male version of the birth control pill. Men are going to be able to start taking the pill. She's fucking. My question is, what woman in her right mind is going to trust that the guy took the pill? Right? We can't even put a seat down without being right, too. And as much as we'll lie for sex, it'll be easy for us to go, no, baby, I'm having the condoms. I'm taking the pill. And as expensive as medicine is, a guy would have to be positive he got a sure thing going on before he took like a $35 pill, right? You'd be sitting there going, hey, you better show me a titty or something. Right? And then, how would it work? What's going to happen? Like you're about to come and all of a sudden, big burst of air flying in there. And your woman is sitting there looking like Dizzy Gillespie. That's my jazz musician blowjob joke there for you.